Today's topic is all about school and how school sucks. Yes, I said it. School sucks. How original. But it's true because it sucks. So many like reasons why school is just not the best option. From even from kindergarten, like if I wish if I had the money, I would like in the future. I'm definitely sending my kids to not even private school. I'll probably get my own private tutor and see what they're teaching my kids because I do not trust the government. Just simple as that. From like, especially nowadays, I see myself how like the stuff that the teachers teach our kids is insane. They're teaching like kids from at a young age from like 5, 6, 7 years old to like how there's different genders, different sexes, and all this stuff. Like it's like that's not something a kid should even worry about. Let alone like hear about that stuff. It's just it's just crazy to hear about how like a 6, 7 year old should be learning about the alphabet, simple stuff. Instead is so worried about your political agenda. Like no one cares. Not even like like these teachers like it, let alone the curriculum is teaching them certain stuff, and then the teachers themselves are also pushing their own personal agenda, which is that is crazy to hear about how like an adult, like a 40-year old adult cannot talk to other adults about their personal problems, so they have to push their agenda, push their political views onto kids. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing to think. It's just embarrassing. I get secondhand embarrassment just even like talking about it right now because I consider myself still a kid because I'm still growing and I'm still learning like a lot about life, and I have more respect and more self dignity than an adult who's willing to push their views onto an innocent kid, a kid who doesn't even know anything and is still learning and still growing, and I still have the decency to like not push my political views on a kid. Even if a kid asks me about my political views, I just tell him it's don't worry about it. You're too young for that stuff, anyways. I'll just tell him just know that if you're so worried about like politics and this and that and this and that, you shouldn't be. First of all, you're a kid, and second of all, you should be focused on yourself to become a better person. If you want to get into politics, become a better person, and then you'll truly understand everything in life. You shouldn't like like nowadays like how the radical left like how radicalized the left is crazy to see. I remember I was so lucky and so fortunate that in my high school I had a history teacher who basically opened my eyes to all this stuff. He like showed me the reality and the truth of how the world actually works. And he showed us a chart of like a line graph of a, I guess you could say the political spectrum. It's like a line graph, and how the how he showed us how the like the politicals is slowly moving left. Like the libertarians from the 1800 is now the and that was like the left side from the 1800s is now like a little more right to the modern day conservatives, which is kind of crazy to think about how the liberals back in the 1800s are now more conservative than today's conservatives, which is crazy to think about. And so, like I was saying, it's crazy to think about how that the political spectrum is being pushed so far left, and how everything is being very liberal and open and honestly disgusting if you think about it. It's like the stuff that the modern liberals are preaching and pushing is very disgusting. It's not like natural. It's like synthetic. It's chemical. It's like scientific almost. It's like it's unnatural basically. And like saying that like it's kind of repulsive, like knowing that we live among other humans that are so radicalized and cannot form their own opinion on themselves and be a logical, not even logical, but just being a human being, and like trying to understand and learn as another human. Like you could see lots of videos of even like conservative or just people going up to like those radical liberal rallies and just doing random stuff to him, and just poking them and make fun of him and talking to them and this and that, and just based off their reactions, it's crazy that you consider this person a human being. Even if you consider them an NPC, like they're still human, and they react in this sort of way, and it's very crazy. Like back to like my high school when I was 17, like or 16. I mean, yeah, 17. Yeah, my sophomore year. Yeah, no, sorry, my junior year in high school. I was lucky enough. Like my teacher told me the truth. My history teacher, and so I became depressed knowing like the world is basically like I've been lied to throughout my whole life. Not by my parents or anything. They didn't. I don't blame them. I'm just like everything in life has basically been a lie. Like like in Portal, the cake is a lie. It's like it's crazy to think about how you've been growing up. You've been told certain things, and then you find out later in life that it's just all been a lie. And then after I found out, I was just depressed because I like, what's the point of living, right? Being nihilistic, like the Nietzsche's teachings, right? God is dead. Man has killed God. It's crazy to think about how, and like it's crazy to think about like how radical, like can we even go more radical? I truly believe that we're not even the most radicalized yet. Like we haven't seen the full radical left side yet, and I think it will truly be even more pushed that way. This topic is about school, and I'm just talking about politics, but like it just goes to show you how like everything, just the world, the way it like works and everything, just comes down to politics. It's like the way it's also it ultimately comes down to the way how we treat each other, how we treat like others, like do to yourself what you do to others, right? So it's just crazy how everything is changing for the better or worse. Who knows? I definitely think this is going to be much worse. Maybe not even in our like generation or lifetime, not even my lifetime or even Gen Z's lifetime. Maybe in like I predict like in 1,000 years in the future, it's gonna be like 1,000 to 2,000 years. It's gonna be full chaos. Like it's like too risky to even live in your own neighborhood or too risky to even like step outside type shit. That's like the type of chaos I'm thinking about. Anyways, going back to the topic of school, it's crazy how like the curriculum that's given to these teachers, and it sucks because these teachers don't know any better, and they especially like the new generation of teachers are millennials, and these millennials are, and everyone knows how millennials are, and so since these millennials are becoming our kids or just the teachers of these kids, and then these millennials are also pushing their own ideas and these their own agendas in class and how their classroom like there's a bunch of videos that you can see of teachers like pushing their own ideals, and like it's crazy stuff. It just worries me, like I that's like I just it also like it saddens me, and it also like angers me at the same time, saying like thinking that like I need to work hard. I cannot let my kids go through public school knowing that they're going to be indoctrinated by the left. I cannot have that happening at all. So that's why I need to work my ass off in order to get fucking money, bro. In order just to get like enough wealth to be able to have a private tutor and a tutor that I can fully trust their teachings, and and so and they could just live by my ideals, the ideals of what I truly do ideal, right? By my morals and by my ideals and by my teachings, and yeah, it's just crazy. Life is crazy, and life is probably gonna get much worse. especially how also this is like a theory that I was told that um how like it's if you've seen like Ray Dalio's a like the 400-year cycle or whatever, U.S. is on decline right now, and so I have a theory saying that once U.S. goes to a decline, it's either China's gonna go up or they're gonna have a universal like they're gonna strive towards a universal government like a government of Earth. That's probably gonna happen once like we meet aliens and stuff. 'Cause I do believe in aliens. I think they truly exist. So we might have like you're gonna be considered an Earthling, not like an American or like you're Chinese, Japanese, like you're Italian. We're gonna be considered Earthlings, and that's crazy to think about how we're going to this. We're getting pushed like towards globalism and the global economy, like the universal base income. Like we're gonna be considered Earthlings one day. I might not be alive for that life. Yeah, when that happens, but like I just crazy thing like generations down, it's probably gonna happen. That I don't know if Elon Musk is gonna be the type of person is gonna be the one to find aliens or aliens gonna find us. Who knows? I can't predict the future. I'm not God or anything like that. I don't have a higher power. I'm just a kid who's just been told a bunch of shit and just keeps thinking about random shit like this. That's it, man. This is life is crazy. That's all I gotta say. Thank you. Mwah.